Jeremy Lin announces retirement after 9-year career in NBA. Famously, Lin had an 11-game stretch, dubbed Linsanity, in which he averaged 23.9 points and 9.2 assists while leading the Knicks to a 9-2 record. Jeremy Lin announced his retirement from professional basketball via Instagram on Saturday night. Averaged 11.6 points, 4.3 assists, and 1.1 steals. Photo credit, AP. Jeremy Lin announced his retirement from professional basketball via Instagram on Saturday night. It's been the honor of a lifetime to compete against the fiercest competitors under the brightest lights and to challenge what the world thought was possible for someone who looks like me, he wrote. I've lived out my wildest childhood dreams to play in front of fans all around the world. I will forever be the kid who felt fully alive every time I touched a basketball. Lin is a 9-year NBA veteran. After going undrafted in 2010, the point guard began his career with Golden State Warriors, playing in 29 games as a rookie. However, he rose to prominence during his second NBA season as a member of New York Knicks. Famously, Lin had an 11-game stretch, dubbed Linsanity, in which he averaged 23.9 points and 9.2 assists while leading the Knicks to a 9-2 record. That included a career-high 38-point performance against Los Angeles Lakers. Across his NBA career, Lin averaged 11.6 points, 4.3 assists, and 1.1 steals. He had stints with the Warriors, Knicks, Houston Rockets, Lakers, Charlotte Hornets, Brooklyn Nets, Atlanta Hawks, and Toronto Raptors. He won an NBA title in 2019 with the Raptors. Jeremy Lin announces retirement after 9-year NBA journey, a creative tribute. Under the warm glow of arena lights, Jeremy Lin stood at center court one last time, microphone trembling slightly in his hand. The arena was silent, not the deafening hush of a close game, but the reverent quiet reserved for moments that carry the weight of history. 9 years. 9 unforgettable years. And now, the boy from Palo Alto, the Harvard graduate who defied every stereotype, the global icon born from a whirlwind called Linsanity, was ready to say goodbye. The announcement. It wasn't dramatic, because Jeremy Lin was never about drama. In a heartfelt post shared across social media, Lin wrote, "Basketball gave me a home, a dream, and a voice. Today, I close this chapter with gratitude, knowing I gave the game everything I had." His words were simple, but they carried the kind of authenticity that made fans fall in love with him from the start. He didn't chase the spotlight when he burst into fame, and he wasn't chasing it now as he walked away. Across the world, reactions poured in, from former teammates like Carmelo Anthony and Kyle Lowry, to NBA stars like Stephen Curry, and even coaches who once doubted him but later praised his relentless work ethic. From Harvard to the hardwood, Jeremy Lin's story was never supposed to happen. No scholarship offers from top schools. No draft night celebrations. Just a quiet kid who loved the game and had a belief that his work ethic could bridge any gap. At Harvard, he dazzled in the Ivy League but still faced skepticism. Too skinny. Too slow. Too unconventional. Even when he signed with the Golden State Warriors in 2010, few believed he'd lost. But Lin thrived on doubt. It fueled him. Then came February 2012. The New York Knicks were struggling. Their fans were restless. And on a chilly winter night at Madison Square Garden, Jeremy Lin stepped off the bench and into history. Over the next few weeks, Lin wasn't just playing basketball. He was rewriting the narrative of what was possible. A 25-point explosion against the Nets. A game-winning three-pointer against the Raptors. 7 straight wins. Headlines in every language imaginable. Linsanity wasn't just about basketball. It was about hope. It was about representation. For Asian Americans, for underdogs everywhere, Jeremy Lin became a symbol that dreams, no matter how improbable, could come true. After that magical run, Lin's NBA journey became a tapestry of cities, teams, and roles. Houston, Los Angeles, Charlotte, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Toronto. Each stop brought new lessons. In Houston, he learned to share the floor with James Harden. In Charlotte, he embraced the sixth-man role. In Brooklyn, he battled through injuries but stayed a vocal leader in the locker room. And then came Toronto in 2019, where he became the first Asian American to win an NBA championship. He didn't play many minutes in the finals, but his presence mattered. His jersey, number 17, was worn by fans in arenas from Toronto to Taipei, proof that his journey had transcended statistics. the struggles behind the scenes. What made Lin's journey remarkable wasn't just the highs. It was the courage with which he faced the lows, the injuries, the doubt, the harsh realities of a league that often discards players without a second thought. In a viral speech during the summer of 2019, Lin admitted feeling like the NBA had given up on him. That moment of vulnerability resonated deeply. It showed the world that even heroes have battles we don't see. Jeremy Lin's impact was never confined to the court. He used his platform to speak out against racism, especially during the rise of anti-Asian hate during the pandemic. He launched foundations supporting education and underprivileged youth. He became a mentor to younger players, urging them to play with freedom and confidence. Even as his NBA minutes dwindled, his influence grew. He showed the world that success isn't measured only in points or rings. It's in the lives you touch, the barriers you break, and the voices you amplify. The final goodbye. As Lin steps away from the NBA, the league feels a little quieter, a little less magical. But this isn't an ending so much as a beginning. Sources close to him say he's exploring coaching, broadcasting, and expanding his philanthropic work. Whether he's in a suit on the sidelines or speaking to kids about chasing their dreams, one thing is certain: Jeremy Lin's story is far from over. His retirement ceremony, rumored to be held at Madison Square Garden, will be a celebration, not just of his career but of the hope he inspired. Fans will chant, "Thank you, Jeremy." And somewhere in the crowd, a young boy or girl will dream bigger because they saw someone who looked like them make it to the top. Jeremy Lin may not have the numbers of a LeBron James or the hardware of Kobe Bryant, but his impact is undeniable. He broke barriers for Asian Americans in sports. He proved that faith and hard work can defy every odd. He reminded us that the beauty of the game lies in its unpredictability. That, for a brief, shining moment, an unheralded god from Harvard could own the biggest stage in the world. And that's what makes Jeremy Lin unforgettable. A thank you to the game. As the crowd roared during his farewell, Lin's voice cracked with emotion. Basketball was never just a game to me. It was my teacher, my refuge, my family. To every coach who believed in me, every teammate who had my back, every fan who cheered, and every kid who dared to dream because of my story, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. The lights dimmed. The scoreboard faded. And just like that, Jeremy Lin, the quiet kid who shook the basketball world, walked into retirement with the same humility and grace that defined his career. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share.